The motorcade sped down the busy streets of Washington, D.C., a storm of black armored SUVs and cars cutting through the city. The security was tight, the atmosphere tense, as President Trump's Cadillac One, the infamous Beast, led the way. But amidst the display of power and prestige, something caught the eye. A young girl, no older than 10, standing alone by the side of the road. Dressed in dirty, torn clothes, her eyes held a silent hope. She wasn't just a child. She was a soul carrying the weight of despair. Suddenly, the motorcade comes to an abrupt stop. Security officers spring into action, radios crackle, and everyone moves quickly. But President Trump, seated in the back of the Beast, watches the little girl for a long moment. This moment, lasting only a few seconds, would mark the beginning of a decision that would change everything. Everything was being decided in that instant. Trump opens the door and steps out of the car. The crowd watches in stunned silence. The press, who had witnessed countless events before, remains quiet. Security teams scramble to understand what's happening, but Trump, without hesitation, begins walking toward the girl. The girl looks around desperately, not sure what to do, sensing something is wrong. She stands there, a mixture of fear and silent hope in her eyes. Trump kneels in front of her, leaning down to her level. His sharp suit creates a stark contrast to her ragged clothes. "What's your name?" he asks softly, his voice gentle. The girl looks up at him, her eyes wide with fear, but after a long pause, she slowly replies, "Catherine." Trump nods slowly, taking a deep breath. "I know," he says, "it's not easy being like you, but I'm going to help you." As the girl tries to process his words, Trump pulls a large wallet from his pocket, and in that moment, all eyes shift to the cameras. But he offers her more than just money. Trump, setting aside all security protocols, promises her a brighter future. He immediately makes calls to enroll her in one of Washington's top schools and covers all her expenses. This is one of the most extraordinary moves a president could make, because the message isn't just about aid, it's about humanity, empathy, and courage. Trump acted not as a leader, but as a human being. The girl, still unsure, begins to trust him. Slowly, hope starts to fill her eyes. She takes a deep breath, as if seeing a glimmer of a future that had once seemed impossible. This moment sends shockwaves around the world. People interpret the act through the lens of Trump's personal life, his political history, and his global power. But one thing is clear: that moment proved that true power isn't just external, it's internal. It's the kind of power that can touch hearts and heal societies. Trump, in that instant, wasn't just a president. He was simply a man, making an impact that would resonate across the world. He had taken a different path outside the norm to change the life of one individual. That little girl, from that day forward, would experience a turning point in her life. Trump gave her not only financial support, but the most valuable gift of all: hope and a real opportunity. As the days passed, the girl's life transformed. She started school, made new friends, and embarked on a journey toward a future filled with potential. But she would always remember that day when a president took the time to give her hope, changing her life forever. This story once again reminds the world that one person, through a small act of kindness, can change another's life for good.